What's up, guys? This is your buddy, your pal, Gavin Michelli. Another YouTube walkthrough. This is part two of coloring Harley Quinn here. I'm still working on that marker sketch, adding some color to it. If you haven't watched part one, which doesn't have audio commentary, so you can listen to a nice pretty song instead of hearing my annoying voice. If you haven't listened to part one, click on that before part two, or not, I don't really care. But yeah, just showing you guys how I color up these marker sketches. As you can see at the bottom right of the screen, my layers palette is split up so that I have a background kind of gradient behind her, and then the next layer is flat colors. No layer styles or anything like that, just painting those flat colors. And I'm gonna paint it as light as I can get it underneath the multiply layer. The next layer is the marker piece, the shaded thing, set to multiply so that you can see the base colors underneath. And then the top layer is set to, I think, color dodge. This thing's pre-recorded, so I won't know until I actually see myself click on that layer. It's not like I can just stop and click on it. But I'm pretty sure it's set to either color dodge or overlay. I usually kind of flip between those two. Just depends on what's working for each individual piece. But see, in the original marker piece, that Arkham Asylum and the number was drawn out, so I went ahead and put some white underneath that for it to show. And it was an overlay layer. There you go. Laying in those nice bright highlights. See, what I did, I actually forgot to tell you guys how I came about the layer. What I did was, I duplicated the flat layer, I lightened it, added some more saturation, then I pulled that layer above the marker layer, set it to overlay, and then masked the whole thing out. And what I'm doing now is just erasing parts of that mask. And that's how I get those bright highlights. I'm not actually adding, I'm subtracting. And that's just one way to do it. It's something I've been experimenting with in my comic work. But see, now I'm adding a color dodge layer on top of that and just painting, adding those super bright highlights. I found that the overlay layer wasn't quite getting it done, wasn't quite getting the super saturated, super bright highlights that I wanted. And color dodge is real good for that. Sometimes I use screen, but lately I've been gravitating more toward color dodge just because it's a more powerful. Screen's kind of a subdued layer style. I mean, not really subdued, just more subdued than color dodge. Color dodge is it just turns the volume up to 11. Color dodge is intense, guys. Use it sparingly. Color dodge is not a toy. But yeah, adding some shadows behind old Harley. Now, what am I doing here? See, my process is not... Oh, see, I'm trying out a little frame here. My process, as I was saying, is not set in stone by any means at all. I'm constantly messing with it, constantly playing. Here, you see my texture folder. I got a nice little collection that I've pulled from various sites. Some of those are even, I'm a big fan of Imagine Effects magazine. and a lot of those textures come from, they don't have the discs anymore, but they used to have discs that come with the magazine that had stock photography and such. Maybe it wasn't Imagine Effects. Maybe it was Advanced Photoshop. One of those CG magazines. But yeah, I put this nice little grunge border around her because the other one, the clean one, wasn't really working for me. And you'll actually recognize this as the same one from my Joker piece, my Joker marker sketch piece, if you remember that one. If not, check it out on my DeviantArt page. It's on there, or my website, or one of the gajillion links that's in the description of this video. And don't forget to check out my Patreon. Don't forget to check out my eBay. Don't forget to check out www.gavmichelleart.com. And yeah, only one thing left to do. Add that signature. Get that John Hancock on there.